All right, good morning, everybody. Let's do a quick audio test. Hold on one second. All right, seems like the audio's good. Um, we have FOMC minutes coming out today at 2 o'clock, so not really expecting a whole lot of action this morning. Really, it's just kind of a crapshoot. So we're gonna be very patient this morning. Not gonna take any trades unless they are nice setup. So we got about 3.5 minutes here till open. There is a gap to the downside here. Well, a large gap to the downside. We closed yesterday somewhere in the 660 area. So we might see a move up here at open. If we do, we may take that entry. But otherwise, we're going to try to be patient. Trying to break out of this downward trend already before open here. You see, we drew this trend line, at least going up and testing it. Yeah, I could jump in long here for this breakout, but trying to be a little more patient this morning. Plus, 30 seconds to open here, so just gonna wait. There is a pivot right there at 32.50 also, so it's kind of bouncing right off that pivot. 10 seconds here for the market to open. See what we get. All right, market's now open. Good thing we didn't try to take that breakout, huh? Faked us out, went up to the 20 SMA, now trying to move back down. Like I said, today I think I'm just going to be a little patient here. I'm really going to kind of sit on my hands for the first 15 minutes. No, try not to take a trade. Try not to FOMO into anything. So just going to be patient and wait for the setup here. Yeah, selling off pretty hard here. Got a pivot down here at the 33.75 on the ES. Kind of looks like it's heading to that point, almost there. Might get a bounce right here on the ES. See what happens. Looks like the Nasdaq starting to break down also. Well, like I said, I think I'm going to wait this morning. We got FOMC today at 2 o'clock. So I think we're going to just have some whipsaw, choppy action first thing. So we're going to wait for this first 15-minute candle to print. And then we're going to take our 15-minute breakout or breakdown off that. So just going to be patient this morning. All right, retesting the 20 SMA on the ES or NAS here, pushing through. Not going to take a trade on it though, but ES also bouncing off that pivot right there, which we kind of called. So let's see what happens. All right, kind of got a nice move up here on the Nasdaq. Broke through that SMA right there at the 45s and just moving all the way up. See if it can make it all the way up to the VWAP here. Like I said, I'm going to be patient this morning after kind of breaking my rules yesterday. We're gonna wait today and only take proper setups. So not gonna FOMO into it. Gonna take our time and just wait. ES also moving back up, trying to get back above the 20 SMA here. Kind of got rejected at that area. May see a pullback here on the NAS. Had a little mini pullback there. Still just need to get the ES moving up above this 20 SMA. Nasdaq looking a little stronger this morning. Yeah, not gonna lie, feeling a little FOMO here. Kind of almost wanting to push the button, but we're gonna stick to the plan this morning. Let this first 15 minutes play out. Um, do have that gap in the chart still. Looking like it might want to feel that this morning. I kind of thought it might wait until the FOMC minutes at 2, but we might get the full gap fill first thing. If we get above that VWAP level, turn 700 into support, then maybe we can look at a trade going up a little higher than that. But we'll see what happens. We still got 6 minutes for the first 15-minute candle to print here. Looks like we did create a fair value gap on the way up here. Trading back into it now, but again, we're just wait. Nas is definitely looking stronger than the ES. ES breaking down, making new lows right now. I'd imagine it's probably going to bring the Nasdaq down with it, or the Nasdaq's going to bring the ES with it. But ES is looking like the weaker one at this point. Never made it above the 20 SMA. Nasdaq trying to bounce out of this fair value gap. Maybe get a move up here to the VWAP. You can see it's kind of turning into a slow grinder here. You had a nice big candle, that first 3-minute candle, and then nothing, nothing, nothing. ES is still moving down here. Need to get these guys kind of going together in the same direction. All right, we got 1 minute till this first 15-minute candle closes. Can probably at least go ahead and mark the low out. And it's obviously the low a day on the Nasdaq here. Let's go ahead and put it in. And then the high a day, well, not the high a day, but right here. Switch over to the ES, do the same. First 15-minute range, 40. It's at 40. So these are going to kind of be the trades that we're going to be targeting this morning. Want to see a print above or below this range. Let's see, the ES is obviously the low a day right now. It being so close to this level, want to be careful here. All right, the first 15-minute candle just closed, so those are kind of the important levels. So what we're going to do, we're going to be looking for a breakout of the levels at first 15-minute candle here. If it breaks above it, we're going to take a long. If it breaks below it, we're going to take a short. Just need a candle to print above or below from the 1-minute chart. So ES is kind of trying to break out to the downside here, but a little nervous about the ES, to be honest. Yeah, we have a FOMC member Yellen speaking at 11 a.m. or 10 a.m. So that's in 14 minutes. So kind of need to be careful. Nasdaq making its way down to the lower end of this range. ES already trying to break through it. All right, we got Nasdaq trying to move down, just crossed the 20 SMA. Still inside this 15-minute range though, so I'm just going to try to be patient and wait on this breakout. We got a pivot at 33 on the Nasdaq. If we break 30 strong, I may take the short before we break out of the range. But it really is going to depend on what the ES is doing. ES is kind of selling down here, down to the 29s. Could have taken that breakout trade there. Would have already been at 3 handles, but it's in kind of a support area here. And the Nasdaq is kind of pushing back up, which might bring the ES back with it. So just got to be patient here. Nasdaq bouncing right off that pivot, moving right back up. ES bouncing off that 29 level there, trying to get back up into that range. So we got the 15-minute ranges established. Really nothing to do here until, we do have news coming out at 10, or Yellen's going to be talking. So really want to just wait and see what happens. If the ES starts moving down or moving up, or not the ES, the Nasdaq will take the trade on that. I think I'm going to wait on the ES. We'd have to see some pretty big move for me to jump in on the ES there. So just going to wait, see what happens with the Nasdaq. All right, if we break through 30 strong here, I'll probably go ahead and take the short. ES is trying to continue moving down, making a new low here, or tapping off a new low. There it is. So I'd like to see the Nasdaq kind of follow that now. All right, let's see if we can get this strong breakthrough 30s here. If we can get the strong breakthrough 30s, I'm going to go ahead and take the short for the move out of the range, just because the ES is already making new lows as we speak. So NAS is lagging ES all the way down to 25 right here. Could have got easy 5 handles on that breakdown, but just a little spooked on the ES there with all that support at the 30 level. Wasn't sure that it could get through it. Need to get this strong move through 30s here on the NAS, and we'll enter short. Trying to get through there. 6 minutes until the FOMC member speaks, though, so it's kind of, you know, still could be a dangerous trade. Well, Nasdaq cannot get through that pivot at this point. May just be waiting on this FOMC member to speak. So, just thinking we might get that move down, and just not happening yet. ES bounced off the 25, kind of moving back up. Might could take a short on the ES if it moved back up into the 32 level. If it turns this 15-minute range kind of into resistance, might be a decent entry. All right, well, we're only 3 minutes away from Yellen speaking here, so even if we did break out of this channel, I'm probably going to just have to wait because who knows what might happen, unless we break out of it with a lot of momentum. So. All right, less than a minute here for Yellen to speak. So let's see what happens. See if we get some sort of action here in a minute. Nothing to really do here until we break out of this range. I mean, we could technically, you know, draw a trend line here, and if it broke above, we could take it. All right. Apparently, she's speaking at 10:05. Max. Dog's barking. All right, speaking at 10:05. So Nasdaq is still just kind of hanging out here. ES is moving back down, potentially making a new low here. I've been trying to wait on this, and now it's going to do it when she's about to speak. So I don't know. Let's take a look here and see. We may go ahead and just take it, even if she's not speaking yet. We may get punished for it, but let's see what happens. All right, we're going to enter short here. See if we can't get this moved down. Going to go ahead and move this to break even so can't lose on it. Come on. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and take that off for just a little something. 40 bucks. I just didn't like how it was holding up there. So $45. The idea of that trade was good, but the fact that Yellen's going to be speaking here in less than a minute spooks me. If it just moved quickly, I was going to stay in it, but it held up. Yes, it's waterfall in here. This is a difficult spot. Really difficult spot. All right, let's just go ahead and thinking about taking this entry here. The longer I think about it, the less I want to do it, though. All right, risking 200 here to see if we can get this move back down. Looks like it might stop us out. That was kind of my concern with entering it outside of the zone, but let's just give it a second here and see what happens. Might just take this off at 5 handles if we can get it. ES is trying to make a new low, so let's see if it can. ES making a new low here, so I would expect to see the Nasdaq move on down here. It's been lagging behind the ES all morning, bouncing there for some reason. Should get this move down to the 600s here pretty quickly. That's what we're looking for anyway. Doesn't happen soon, I may just take it off. All right, moving my stop down here. If this makes a new swing high, then just going to take a small loss. Just took a $115 loss there. Just wasn't moving through that area as quickly as I wanted it to. Well, now we're getting the move down. This is where I struggle because I should already be in this at a much higher, a much higher entry point here. This is going to be my last trade of the morning, whether it works out or not. All right, stopped out there for a loss. This is kind of the problem, This was my entry originally. Short from 24. I'm sorry, short from 27. Moves all the way down to 02. But do I hold it? No, I don't. So that's my problem. I see the trade. And then instead I lose 185 and 115. Down 268, as you can see here on this move down. You can check out the ES, same concept, same idea. Should be getting short once this candle prints below. So you get short from the 31, moves down to the 21. In hindsight, it's easy to see, and I know that I should not be entering there, but I did anyway. So I'm going to be back at 2 o'clock today. We're actually 1:55 to stream the afternoon minutes. Should get much better action then. So I will see you guys then. If you haven't already, like the video, subscribe if you aren't subscribed.